A massive winter storm is threatening more than 150 million Americans in 25 states. Winter weather alerts stretch for more than 2,000 miles from the Mexico border to Maine. Record snowfall in parts of Texas has knocked out power for millions and threatened to destroy thousands of doses of coronavirus vaccines. The storm has also shut down vaccination sites in the southern plains states. Omar Villafranca is in Dallas with the latest.
Tonight, a record cold snap has turned Texas into a tundra. Flurries fell in southeast Texas, blanketing Galveston's sandy beaches in white. The city manager there warning infrastructure damage caused by the extreme temperatures could rival the cost of a hurricane.
Slow down, slow down, slow down.
Frozen roads sent an 18-wheeler careening out of control near Austin, and a man nearly lost his life jumping just seconds before a car lost control and crashed into a police cruiser. The extreme low temperatures spun up this so-called snow-nado in East Texas.
The ultra-low temperatures will last for several days, meaning that what becomes frozen will remain frozen for a long period of time.
The historic storm caused problems across the country. Firefighters in Vermont rescued this young man from frigid waters after he fell through the ice. Tennessee roads turned into ice rinks after frozen precipitation fell. In Little Rock, Arkansas, cars were brought to a standstill on a slippery highway, trapping nurses who just got off their shift.
Stay home or stay where you are. Stay home.
The temperatures in parts of Oklahoma dipped below 20 degrees for 5 days straight for the third time ever. And with another storm looming, crews worked to clear snow as fast as they could. Nearly 4 million people across the South have lost power. In Louisiana, the cold caused a transformer to blow, ripping a fireball through power lines. The agency overseeing Texas's power grid has declared its highest emergency level in over a decade. Texans sitting in the dark tonight after rolling blackouts were issued due to high power demand. The power outage also complicating the fight against the pandemic after a facility storing vaccines in Houston lost power. Medical officials scrambled to use them before they spoiled, and students at nearby Rice University lined up for a surprise dose. Power providers from Kansas to Texas are urging their customers to conserve energy. But that is going to be hard to do because new winter storm warnings were issued from Dallas all the way south to San Antonio, and that could affect 15 million people. Elaine?
Omar Villafranca, thank you. For more, I want to bring in CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli. Hi there, Jeff. So where is this storm headed to next?
All right, so the storm's moving through the Ohio Valley and the Northeast as we speak. It's going to deliver ice, snow, and rain. Rain along the coast in places like New York City and Boston, but west of that it is snow and heavy snow in the Ohio Valley. So anywhere from St. Louis over to Chicago, and especially Indianapolis, Columbus, Cleveland, and Buffalo. That's where the heaviest snow is going to be, but you can see also we have some ice as well. So here's the hour-by-hour forecast as we head through the nighttime hours. Watch out, Detroit, Pittsburgh, you're kind of on the line. Buffalo, it's snow. Burlington, it's mainly snow, but notice it's mainly rain for the big cities of the Northeast. It's going to be quite a bit of ice right here, West Virginia, southeastern corner of Ohio, straight through Pennsylvania and upstate New York. So it's a lot of warm air getting in all the way almost to Burlington, Vermont, as you can see. And there's the heavy snow across the Great Lakes, Cleveland, Buffalo. Likely there's going to be about 6 to 12 plus inches of snowfall there as this system begins to move out. It should mainly be done by the mid-morning hours tomorrow.
Well, the polar vortex is still sitting over much of the U.S. How long can we expect it to last?
Well, it's not going to go away immediately. It's going to gradually kind of moderate over the next few days. The worst of it is right now through tomorrow morning. So let me show you these feels-like temperatures as we head through the evening hours into Tuesday morning. Watch these wind chills. It'll feel like 5 below on Tuesday morning in Dallas, 10 below in Tulsa, 36 below will be the feels-like temperature in Fargo. At this point, Fargo's kind of used to it because it's been like that for about a week or so. These temperatures are a solid 40 to 50 degrees below normal for this time of year. Just to give you an idea, today 55 is the normal temperature in Oklahoma City. Instead, it was about 5 degrees. And by morning, it's way below zero, and Oklahoma City is 48 degrees below their normal temperature. So this is unprecedented cold, kind of once in a generation cold, especially as you head far south into Texas.
Just brutal. And I understand, Jeff, you're tracking another big impact storm. Where and when will this hit?
So it's almost the same place, and it's going to happen Wednesday and Thursday. So we get a one-day break, and then another storm kind of rolls in. So let's show you that storm. Here we are Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Look where it's snowing. Oklahoma City. Look where there's ice and snow. Dallas. This time the ice doesn't get down to Houston, but it's still pretty far south, and that heavy snow and heavy ice is going to track through some of the same areas, into Tennessee, into the Ohio Valley. But the difference this time is it's going to be snow and ice in New York City and snow and ice in Boston before it eventually changes to rain towards the end of the event. But there could be some significant accumulation here in the big cities of New York and Boston, to the contrary of what's happening right now, which is this one's going to be mainly a rain event. So it's going to be a busy few days, and that cold air and those power outages, you know, those power outages could last, Elaine, for quite a while, and because of that, people will be without power and temperatures will be in the teens, 20s, in some cases even near zero or below zero. So this is kind of a very dangerous few days ahead in the U.S., especially the South.
Yeah, it's something that people really need to keep in mind here when we talk about that, because those power outages, you're right, having covered the aftermath of some of them, really can leave people in such dire straits. Jeff Berardelli, keeping track of it all for us. Jeff, thank you.
You're welcome.